but the olive shall fail, and the fields shall yield no meat. The flock shall be cut off from the fold, and there shall be no herd in the stalls. Yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will joy in the God of my salvation.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another update presentation live stream. I hope you're all doing well. I'm here with Onion Man, game designer.
Hello.
And Soup, level designer. Both
Hiya.
supervisors. Yeah, welcome to another stream. We're gonna talk about 14.2, which is our new update coming tomorrow, as you probably noticed. First, let's give a little context about what we just saw, the little trailer that we had at the beginning. That is the trailer for the update proper, the Songs of Ash update, which is 14.2, the baseline update. It's going to come out tomorrow alongside a Halloween event. Just to make sure, can you guys hear me alright? And can you hear Discord? Onion Man and Soup. Just wanted to double check, but I think everything is fine, considering the chat is not screaming. Alright, so let's give a little context about what's 14.2 in general and why it happened in the first place. Because originally we were just planning on releasing regular Halloween event, just recycling old last year features, but 14.2 is an additional update that we decided to do as a result of you guys, the community. We wanted to do a little additional update while we're working on the other features like the surface zone and the new playable SCP. We decided to push out one more update, which is entirely community focused, which pretty much entirely consists, all the main changes and features consist entirely of community suggestions. So yeah, we hope you enjoy it. We're gonna go over and present all of the changes in just a sec. Let me just quickly launch my game in the background, but yeah. So that's the general context. It's coming tomorrow with Halloween event. Halloween will be over, and most of the features will still remain, other than the Halloween decorations, pretty much. But the update will remain as a permanent addition. Does it make sense? Am I making myself clear? Thank you, Noxbliss for a super chat. Yeah. The Melon Effect went crazy. Thank you for another super chat. So yeah, are we good? Hey Doji. Thanks for another super chat. Alright, how about we get into the game while we're talking about it. Also, what you see behind me in the background is actually a new loading screen, which we actually have new loading screens. I'm not sure I'll be able to show them given how I would need to reveal the IP in order to do so. So let me just quickly connect to the server and we will be able to... Alright, let me just quickly switch to this, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a... The game needs to properly load in order to be visible in here. Specific window, secret lab. That should work. Why is it not showing up? Oh, it is. Alright, so we're on. We're on the server. Let me just quickly adjust the volume. Could you say something on Discord? Anyone?
Hello. Yeah.
Alright.
Hello.
Seems to still... wait, Discord audio... No, it doesn't seem to be registering. Oh no, it is. Okay, everything is fine. Alright. Let me just quickly adjust it, and also let me mute Discord because... Yeah, I don't want to hear the pings. Alright, so we're on the Halloween version, which is the version that's coming out tomorrow, and we're gonna go over the features which are happening in here, which are going to be included. You probably have already noticed our partners have posted videos about 14.2 gameplay that a little event that we had with them. And we're going to have another event in an hour, so go check out our official content creators. Some of them will probably have a stream of this session. Let me just get to you guys. What do we want to start with? Oh, let's start with what's already known. It's kind of hard to miss, which is new Halloween. So why are you flying away from me? I wanted to present the model. So this is we have a new set of models for the Halloween. Oh, there is a D-class. Let me just get let's get the lantern so it's a little bit more moody. There we go. So we have a new set of Halloween skins. So that is the Halloween only, obviously. But yeah, let's go into the facility and show some of the other changes. I think we could start with showing the heavy containment zone changes that we've made and the lighting adjustments, because I said that this is mostly a community update, but one part of it is that, let me just quickly adjust my brightness. Okay, it's all good. So a big part of it is improving the game's atmosphere, which is a aspect of the game that we have kind of neglected over the years. So as you can see, certain rooms, let me just quickly remove that. Let's remove all of the items just to keep it clear. So we focused a lot on trying to improve the game's atmosphere in this update, which includes lowering brightness of a lot of lights, mostly in heavy containment zone. There's a little more play regarding those lights and shadow and colors in general. There's a couple of rooms that got adjusted to reflect that. I'm not sure if you want to say something about that, Soup, because a lot of those is, I believe most of these are your work, right?
Yeah. So with like heavy containment zone, not only did I want to just make everything darker, because at the start a lot of stuff was just like the lights but darker with some of the stuff Hubert did, but like we wanted more interesting lights from like a level design standpoint. So with like this room is a good example. With like this rotating light, you sort of have like this like momentary shadow where someone can be standing in the shadow and then the light shines on them and it like reveals them. So we've sort of just been experimenting with like ways we can make the light more interesting throughout heavy, as well as being like darker and spookier.
Could you take a step back, Onion Man? Just behind the table. There we go. That's probably more visible now. I'm not sure how well it is visible on the OBS after streaming it and compressing, but there's a pretty obvious situation where I can't see the D-class. I mean, I can still see him a little bit, but especially the scientist with the dark suit. It's basically impossible to see you without the light shining on you. So yeah, let's get over all the rooms that we have in this update and how they look. I mean, let's not go through every one of them, but like most of them would be nice. The server room has a couple of changes. There's no longer glass here. It's like a regular fence in here. We have some interesting lights going on. If you want to jump in and add any comments on that, feel free to. I'm just gonna skip over them unless you want to add something to it.
Yeah. Server room is like a room that put a lot of attention to, because it's like a very unique room, but it's like it loses a lot of its potential atmosphere with the fact that the lighting was very like it wasn't bad, but it was very like plain. It was all the same sort of brightness and color. So with this, we've tried to play with shadows. If you stand like here, like Cuba, and then look, you can sort of see my shadow will peek around the corner there. So like it's an example of stuff where it's like we're trying to use shadows and use lighting to make interesting gameplay scenarios.
In the meanwhile, it seems I've missed a super chat. When will you be updating the model functionality of SCP-914? I would love to see your art team's take on how the clockworks would look and move and sound. So we don't have anyone from art team. I'm not sure if there's anything from game design or level design that we can comment on that. On that question.
Functionally, 914 doesn't really require a rework. I'm sure art one day will want to take a look at its art, because at the moment it's just a CB asset. So one day it will definitely be getting replaced. I just can't tell you when that day will come.
Yeah. There's also some new shelves. A little bit of Halloween going on here. A lot of also play on the colors. Before we had most of the lights were completely like one color, monochromatic. They were all not monochromatic, but they were like all yellow. So now we're kind of trying to play more with the colors, have some accents in certain rooms, which I think work pretty well. Yeah. Let's keep moving. And see other aspects, and yeah, you can even see the hallway here. There's a little bit of red fog that's also contributing to that. That red fog is not here to stay. It's just for the Halloween. But I think like even if you stare down this hallway, it looks pretty menacing. Will you be adding possibility to apply already in-game textures on primitives, and so how soon? There is no answer on how soon. I also don't know if that's a priority right now. There are certain plans, definitely not our own textures, but there was a plan on allowing certain in-game textures to be applied on the primitives. As to where and when and if, that's still undecided. But thank you for the super chat. Let's keep going. Tesla Gate lights is back, so if we're over here, you actually see the light shining back on the walls. The deep corner also got a little change. Again, if you have any like comments that you wanna put in, feel free to. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be skipping over them.
I mean, I'm gonna be saying the same thing over and over again. Like, just every room is just us trying to be more dynamic with the lighting, I guess. I'll chime in when there's something particularly interesting.
All right, sounds good. There's vents. There's another row of vents, right, in that room, if I'm not mistaken. I think or at least they weren't spinning. That's for the fact.
They weren't spinning. Yeah, we made more vents spin.
Let's take a look at 049.
Yeah, that one is interesting. We have a little light shining through it. You can even see the shadows being projected on top of the ceiling. So yeah, we have certain. We basically, well, Soup basically went through every heavy containment room and applied better lighting. Oh, that's probably my favorite effect here, the little green as we go through this hallway. This one is mostly unchanged. It's a little darker, but this little green light over here is here as well.
Yeah, with junk room, like when looking for it, I was kind of like, because I know like it's supposed to be a room where it's full of clutter. Like, it's called junk room. It's more of like a temporary storage, just like a bunch of stuff.
But it has actual junk now.
Yeah, now it has actual junk. So with the lighting overhaul, we have like in some places added more props and more like clutter and stuff.
Yeah. Let's oh, hold on, let me just quickly. Oh, there is the lantern. Okay, I couldn't find it, but there it is. So there's more junk in junk room. Alright, let's keep moving. Any questions from the chat? They added junk, right? There's also some changes to the pipe room, and I'm also not sure if you already heard that and noticed that, but we also added a lot of environmental sounds, so you can now properly hear things like vents or pipes. I mean, that was pipe. There was like we have a couple of vents here, right? So you can hear air flowing through them, or in case of pipes, you can hear the water flowing through them. Not all of them, but like a couple of the major ducts seem to have it. But yeah, we're not gonna walk through every single room. We wanna actually, unless there is some specific room that you wanna show off, Soup.
Well, I'd quite like to show off like the lower section of Nuke Room.
Oh yeah, the lower section of Nuke Room got some level design changes as well. What was the decision behind having the alarm music for Deadman's Switch being played from the 079 speakers? Also, can you get a look at the new intercom and vocal editing audience? So to answer your first question, that is somewhat of a... so this, the theme and the alarm, I believe that's mostly a... not really a bug, but like not really something that we intended to do. This is just a side effect of the fact that they're all being emitted from one source. So we wanted the announcements and the sirens, despite them being they're being emitted from one source. So yeah, that's pretty much the answer to that. And is it possible to answer this? I have been dying for 049. Is Doctor the art? is Doctor the art team top pick for a rework? Not sure if that's the top pick, but it's certainly it's a CB asset, so it's something that will eventually get replaced. All right, that's looking pretty good. There's no more drop down from here, right?
Yeah, so with Nuke Room especially, it was pretty much entirely based on community feedback. A lot of people were dissatisfied with Nuke Room. I've seen it de-emphasized a lot in gameplay as a result of it. We just went through, we took a lot of criticisms. We asked lots of people on the Discord server, for example. It's a very good place that we get lots of feedback from. Just to make not only larger tweaks plugging up that vent, but also smaller ones. If you quickly teleport to me, I can. This is here. This one fence here was extruding very far out here, and it's just a good example of us just taking community feedback, something that seems inconsequential, but when there's lots of little things that annoy players, then it will add up, and
especially over time, yeah, frustrations become even more frustrating.
This update has just been a lot of addressing those smaller concerns people have.
The thing is, you can't get on top of the.
Oh yeah, there's a little cage on top.
Anymore.
Yeah, that's been a problematic spot. All right, any other specific rooms that we wanna? And again, the shadows. I'm a huge fan of the new shadows. Even if you stand over here, could you stand in front of the vent? Yeah, there we go. Pretty much everything is the shadows are much better overall. So yeah, and there's no performance impact of that. So that's a good thing. That's something that we've already been able to do. Just weren't able to. I mean. Didn't have a chance to do.
Yeah, in some places, because the facility is darker, in some places we've managed to reduce the amount of shadow emitters. So the update both looks better and will run slightly better for some people, which is pretty cool.
All right. So while we're at it, let's talk about the bright slider, which has also been changed. If we go to video section. You can now see that the brightness starts at the 0 point is at the middle, and we can do +10, which brings back the brightness to the level where it was pretty much before the update. Not exactly, because there are still darker spots on the map, so the game is still a little more moody, but the typical, if I stand over here, you probably won't notice that there is some changes around the giant pumpkin here. You probably won't notice much of a change, but if you prefer to play on a moodier side of the game, you can go all the way to -10, which is probably a little unreasonable. Let's do -5, which is much more reasonable value, and now you can see that the game is much more moody, and yeah, the brightness because the reason it's a feature, because previously it was just affecting the contrast and not exactly the brightness. So if you were to lower that, the game would look pretty bad. So the brightness slider previously was a thing, but now it's now it works properly. So we also have some changes in entrance zone, though not as numerous. Do you want to go through any of them? I mean, there's the gates, which is the biggest one, but are there any specific rooms?
Do we want to do the gates now, or do we want to?
We can do them later.
Leave those till later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. I just wanted to quickly show that there's other smaller changes, I don't know, the intercom is green again. But yeah. Alright, so let's... I have something here that we have to show, which I believe we could. The Wayside Incinerator. Unless there is something else that you still wanna bring back regarding the lighting adjustments?
Wayside...
The 914 Halloween variant.
914 Halloween variant? Alright, let's see that. In the meanwhile, we got another super chat. Second question, will different footstep sounds be used on different surfaces? So that would... I don't think that's going to be possible, because the way we work, I don't think that's really feasible from current technical standpoint. If we figure that out, we can do that, but right now it's not really worth our resources. Bam is back, thank you, Lazar. Alright, let's go to 914. Yeah, we have red 914. And a little green here.
And it's on fire.
Yep, everything is on fire. That is, I believe that's from the last year as well. other than smaller changes to lighting, like the red one here. I believe
Pretty much
also
the same, but
things like GR18 are also now green, and I'm not sure that is part of Halloween or regular.
this is for the Halloween.
This is for the Halloween. All right. I believe we've talked enough about the lighting changes. We've been talking about it for 15 minutes. Let's talk about the new features that we have in game, including the new room, which is the Wayside Incinerator that you've probably seen a trailer of. And yeah, that is a corner room. Actually, you go ahead, Soup.
Yeah. This has been. I know this has been something that, like, it's fairly simplistic from a level design standpoint in that it's quite a basic corner. But I know, like, the dimensions of the room, the layout of it, are very, very inspired by it. We didn't. They didn't want like another deep black pet. So whilst working with like XVJ, who was like the brains behind making achromatic abatement and achromatic abatement. This is also another achromatic abatement. So yeah, we now have a big fiery hole in the floor.
Yeah, it says achromatic abatement pre-terminus gateway, DSS 12, which is a different number.
Those actually eat items if you throw it down there.
Is that XVJ who just posted
Really
the message
fun.
on the chat? I'm pretty sure. Alright, jump in? Sure, let's jump in. This is what jumping in looks like. Similar effect to getting nuked. But anyway, yeah, if we throw items in there, they also get removed. And there's also more environmental sounds. You can hear all the vents rattling, all the heat coming here. So, yeah. So that is an extra deep corner. I mean, an extra corner, because we've had way too many deep corners on the facility, and we'll probably add even more variants to just stop reusing them. But that is a way of adding another corner room without, while also adding some cool features to the game, which isn't just, you know, an empty hallway. So yeah, let's. Oh, and there's also the buzzing, which I believe already was the case. Right, horror stingers and chase themes, which is another highlight of this update. Can I see it twice? Oh, that was the effect. So, do we wanna start with the stingers? I mean, do we wanna show which SCP do we want to start with? We've already shown the chase themes for all SCPs on our YouTube channel, including the stingers, the jumpscare sounds. But we could just do a little presentation of how they sound mixed together as well. But for the first time, I'm gonna just spawn you in, Soup, as 173. 173. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and also that is a new 173 model for Halloween. Try teleporting next to me. So now that you teleported in, there was another horror stinger, and also you can hear that the drums kicked in. So there's two variants of the chase themes. If I move away, further away, the drums will... I still need to see you. Oh, there you are. If I'm far enough from you, could you teleport a little further away? So like I'm... Oh, that works.
Oh, whoops.
I still need to see you somewhere. Okay, go. Oh, there we go. There we go. And the drums stopped playing when you're further away, and if I go closer, they kick right in. And a lot of those other, like, there's other special effects when it comes to different SCPs. When we look at 049, and if you use the Good Sense on me...
I just used it on Onion instead by accident.
Oh,
You just
okay,
missed the president.
let me just quickly respawn you.
There.
There we go. So we can hear that the sound is actually the same as it's currently on live on the main on 14.1, but now it actually syncs up with the chase themes and it becomes part of the chase theme. So yeah. Did they show the machete yet? Machete? It's not a machete, but yeah, we didn't yet. Yeah. Let's do one more. There is actually, we have prepared something for 079, but I'm not sure if that's going to be, I mean, it's definitely not going to be implemented by tomorrow, and it's still something that we want to experiment with. But yeah, let's move on. 99 is also an interesting mechanic. I'm gonna spawn you in, and let me quickly simulate going further away. You stay where you are. So if I'm further away and the chase scene ends, we have a little chase scene going on, but if I make a sound, you can hear that more drums kicked in. Let me quickly increase the volume of chase scenes because they actually have a volume slider now. And when I'm within the detection range, it gets even more intense. So yeah, and this intense theme continues playing for as long as I'm outside of audible range. Okay, I'm actually gonna... Yeah. And then I'm quiet for a second. It goes back. So yeah, that's what it looks like. And also, yeah, the dog is purple. That's a new thing. All right, let's lower the volume again. And let's do a presentation of multiple chase scenes. So if I have, alright, how do we simulate that? Oh yeah, man, get behind the door and close it. And now I'm gonna spawn you as 049. Whoop, that's okay. I'm gonna spawn you as 939. And open the door. You can actually hear that the 939 theme joined in to the 049. And there's also a system of priorities, because right now 049 is a bigger danger because 939 did not hear me. But as I get close, but if you walk away a little further, Soup, and I get closer to 939 within the detection range, you can hear that 939 took over. So now I can hear most of the 939 chase team. But as I'm quiet and as I move closer to Soup, we can hear again more of Soup's chase team. So yeah, it's all mixing together. Favorite chase team? Oh, thanks for running the poll. Alright. So, we have uploaded all of our chase teams on our YouTube channel, so I'm not sure if there's a need to actually present all of them, but that's just a couple of features that we weren't able to show in the videos. There's actually a new 99 Stinger, which is slightly different from the video that we've shown. Oh. Yeah, there's also 106. And as I get closer to 939, we get more of the 939. So yeah, 096 is peak. Alright, let's show 096. Alright, let's do 096, because 096 is... that's me.
Oh.
Yep. I didn't mean to do that. Let me just quickly... So now we have a 106 chase Omni. I look at 096's feet, and we hear a little different chasing going on. And if I look at your face, and you can go ahead and enrage. Alright, and now, even if you come back here soon... Oh, alright, let me quickly turn you into... Oh, never mind. Now that I'm a target of 096, that is the highest priority, so we can pretty much not hear 106 team at all, because, well, 106 is actually something that can help you right now from 096. So yeah, there's a system of priorities, there's a system of mixing different sounds, and I would say let's not show anything else, because we don't want to spoil it. We want people to actually discover some of them on their own. In the meanwhile, thank you for all the super chats. Will the candles change? Are there any new candles? I don't think there's any new candles. When it comes to Halloween, we've recycled most of the content from last year. That was the original plan, like I said at the beginning, to just recycle the content, but 14.2 kind of came out as a community update, basically, that we decided to release alongside Halloween. Moving further, we have the environmental sounds that we got over. We have the... Do we want to talk about the blade, or do we want to talk about emergency door releases to just quickly build up tension to the blade? Because blade is also one of... Yeah?
The door releases will be quick. We can just...
Alright, let's do the door releases. Yeah, okay.
A room that has, the micro.
Alright. Micro sounds good. So yeah, we have this thing over here in micro. Oops, that's you. That's me. The emergency door release. Some of you probably recognize that. Any new Max? Thanks for the super chat. It's for Purse 3, which was how long ago? 3 years ago? 4 years ago?
That was like 2 years ago, over 2 years ago at this point. It's been a while.
Oh, I also, while we're at it, I also think it's worth acknowledging that the chase teams and horror stingers are not necessarily a new feature. Many of you probably know that we used to have chase teams and horror stingers, but they got removed as a result of 12.0 refactor. It's just something that we decided to add a little later when we have like as a part of a larger audio rework, but well, we decided we can't really wait much longer given how the opportunity to do that may never come soon enough, so we just decided to do it outside of that update. But yeah, back to emergency door releases. Give us a little extra context for that. The purse.
So essentially, oh, the Paris 3. So Paris 3 was a test for light containment zone overhaul, like the loot overhaul and light containment and heavy. Basically removed 914 temporarily and added a bunch of new.
Overhauling the loot, not the rooms, just.
Yep. Yeah, a bunch of new loot into it. Sorry. And these were placed into existing rooms that they got added key cards onto them. And to compensate for the fact that those rooms were pretty big, we added door releases to them. It went over pretty well. We just hadn't had the opportunity to really re-add it until now. And their purpose is similar, but it's kind of different. What they're meant to do now is help SCPs who have been trapped in rooms for a long time. When the door has been closed for more than 60 seconds, the door release will activate. And then any class that's trapped inside will be able to press it, and the door will open. It can't close them, it can only open them. I'll show you how it works right now. You hear a little click sound and the door opens. And then the button stays depressed. You can close the door again.
Yeah, let me just quickly close it. Oh. And yeah, it stays depressed. So it's currently
it stays that way for about. Yep, it stays that way for 60 seconds. So I know this will be a little controversial, but ultimately it's healthy for the game because nobody likes getting trapped as an SCP for the entire round. This still punishes SCPs who carelessly get trapped into rooms because there's
you effectively lock them out for a minute, yeah. But if there is if there's no 079, usually that SCP could just no longer do anything, has lost any hope for the round, unless especially in a room like that where you can actually check if someone is inside. So that is something that is going to be, like you said, healthy for the long term of the game. I know that there's a lot of people who really liked punishing SCPs, but it's still pretty punishing. 1 minute is plenty of time for you to get anywhere you want. Yeah. We also got one super chat. I asked about the candles. Candies, not the candles. Oh, okay. Oh, and while I was reading that, I think the button re-depressed, popped up again. There's no new candies. Like I said, we're just recycling content, but it's basically the same answer. And yeah, it can be pressed again. And there we go. The emergency release is back.
We will be monitoring feedback on this, so if you feel it's too long or if it's too short, please let us know. Yep. We'll have a forum sometime after the update releases, after the event ends.
Like I said, it's a community suggestion focused update, so we want to make sure that everyone is happy with the new changes. So, do we want to talk about the blade in the room, 1509? Which is our new SCP, or were we trying to do anything else? Let me just quickly look at my list. I have a printed list because I have 4 monitors and it's not even enough. Yeah, 1509, which spawns naturally, which I don't think is going to spawn naturally now because I removed all of the items from the map. But it spawns in regular item pedestals, like this one. And let me just quickly give it to myself, and let me turn Spoon into a spectator. So, and let's have so do you want to give us a little explanation about what 1509 is?
So 1509 is an in-region parang, and whenever you kill somebody with it, it revives one of your teammates on their position. So melee, it's the second ever melee weapon to be ever added to this stuff. Let me clear Cassie. So it's the second ever one. The first one was, as most people know, the Jailbird. And this SCP was actually supposed to be for last year's Halloween. The assets were ready, just we didn't have time to implement it because we were working on 14.0. And so we managed to get this together for this year's event. It's more of a community-focused item as it revives people, and a lot of people have asked for more melee weapons before. So
And it's
this
also
satisfies
based on
that.
a community suggestion, right? 1509
Yes,
specifically.
actually.
Yeah.
Yep, it's one of our Patreon suggestions. They suggested it, and one of our designers thought it was cool and made a proposal off of it.
All right. Are you ready? And
Yep.
also gives us a little hume shield.
Yeah.
So there's the resurrection that you heard is a temporary sound, the placeholder sound. The alarm's going on because I killed the Foundation staff, but yeah, I killed Onion Man and Soup respawned. It respawns people from Spectator. It also is also on a cooldown, I believe like 30 seconds or something? Or is it longer?
Yeah, it is a 30-second cooldown, and there needs to be a spectator available for it. Once the cooldown is off and the ability is ready, the blade will start smoking a little bit.
Yep. So as you could see, the blade. Oh, there we go. It starts smoking again, and let's try that again. But this time let's do it in a better lighting because there's actually some particle effects associated with it. So I wanted to quickly show it off. I need you to be a. Okay, that works. We have little ants coming off. Can you tell us why?
Yes, because 1509 in lore actually creates ants out of wounds inflicted on their victims.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the ants come out of the wounds, and then if there is some larger lacerations made, then it just replaces the human with someone. I believe that was if that was a murderer, then it replaces them that person with a murder victim. Am I remembering that correctly? Yeah.
That's in the lore.
That's in the lore, yeah. It's not in the game. Like in the game, we're simplifying it so it's just respawning a random teammate because otherwise it wouldn't be fun where you just kill someone. You had the cooldown, you had everything, and then nothing happens. So like in lore, I mean, on the original SCP wiki written by Regal, I believe that's the pronunciation. RIOGHALIL. I'm not sure. I believe it's Scottish pronunciation. I quickly looked it up before the stream. But anyway, that's the original article, and we have obviously taken some liberties on trying to simplify it for the sake of better gameplay.
Yes. Also, I'd like to add that 1509 is not Halloween exclusive. It's going to stay in the game after the event. It's a permanent item.
What type of ants they are? They're actually specified. There is like a Latin name of the ants. And these are just regular ants. These are not like anomalous ants.
Yeah, they're just ants.
But yeah, it is. Yeah, like you said, it is permanent. So it's here to stay even after Halloween. And if I even if I'm on cooldown, I can still kill you, but it's not going to resurrect anyone. The cooldown is purely here to just prevent any like super game-changing scenarios with that item. It's supposed to be a little fun feature rather than something that is going to be abusable. But yeah, seems like on our list we only have the new gates left for when it comes to 14.2. There's a lot of balance changes and bug fixes that we've done for this update. I'm not sure if there's anything else that you wanted to talk about that isn't mentioned.
Those are pretty much the main features. I think we can go on to the gate.
Alright, let's go to the gates. So, I'm gonna teleport us all. Actually, let me look down a little bit and let's show it from... There was a forklift. So yeah, this is gate B, right? As we walk in,
B, yeah.
we see, and yeah, that I'll let Sip do the touring since you were the one who designed it.
Yeah. So the idea with like these gate reworks, like obviously like there's been massive gate camping issues recently, and it's less to do with like the gates changing as much as it is the rest of the game. Like we've solved all the friction point. Well, not all, but a lot of the friction points. So like the gates are all of a sudden the best place to camp for SCPs. So hopefully we're changing that with this update. This isn't like a permanent solution, as you can tell by the fact that it's still like
using containment breach assets.
Yeah, it's in the containment breach style. But it's a way for us to like quickly address the issue so that we can like so people can enjoy the game whilst waiting for the larger gate issues, larger gate reworks, which are going to be in 15.0 hopefully.
Hopefully, alongside the surface zone rework. We don't know if that's going to be 15.0 exactly, but
Oh yeah, so in surface zone rework.
Surface zone
I should
rework,
say.
yeah. All right, so let's open the gate and see what's upstairs. This part is. It looks a little bit like this part over here looks a little bit like the old gate with the elevator being here, but now the other gate opens and we have little stairs here. That is, by the way, I think there's 2 instances where I hid here and people just don't notice you if you hide here, which is could be pretty
Yeah, it's a
interesting.
wonderful hiding place. It's great.
Yeah.
Like people will run over and like you'll see the shadows pass you. It's terrifying.
That's true, yeah.
Yep.
And you have this little balcony where you can check if an SCP, because notice that if this gate is closed and there is SCPs trying to camp it, then you know in advance if there is something that you should be expecting. There is a completely different solution for gate A, and we'll talk about it in a sec, but let's go up. There is nothing new.
Oh wait, before you
Oh yeah, I can look down.
I was gonna say before we go up, there's one more thing to showcase with gate
I'm in.
with gate B, which is if I get a grenade here. This vent here just eats grenade. Oh yeah, just eats grenades.
No
Yeah.
fun allowed.
No
It's a
fun
very-
allowed.
And yeah, it
very-
really shows how it's a temporary texture. It's a pretty stretched
yeah,
over
yeah.
and things like that. So this is again, like just to reiterate, this is using containment breach assets. It's mostly a test because we are trying 2 different designs, one for gate A, one for gate B, and we'll see what really works. Does this consume grenades over here as well?
No.
Oh, no,
This
it
is just
looks like
This
that.
is just hair. It's
Does it consume other items? Oh,
No, it
No.
consumes key cards.
it consumes key cards
Oh,
because
yeah.
yeah, it's a little higher up. But yeah, it only that is interesting. I didn't actually know about it. Isn't it like a super recent change? Didn't we just add it like yesterday?
It was very last minute. Yes.
Alright.
We'll
That's
see how
pretty
it
cool.
goes.
And also the new MTF model that we haven't fully presented before. It's has a little
Halloween
Ghostbuster logo. Yeah, that's a Halloween one. 2 questions. If an SCP killed a person with the blade, what would happen? We can test that, actually. Do we want to test that real quick? I don't know what's gonna
we're
happen.
gonna crash the game. We're gonna crash the game on the stream.
Are we?
No, I don't think it does.
Oh,
at least.
wrong one. Let me just do 049. Okay. Yeah, I think I just killed you normally, or did I kill you? Oh no, I did kill you.
No,
Okay,
you-
nothing
You
happens.
kill me with the
Okay.
blade, nothing happens.
Alright, nothing happens. No fun allowed. Whoops, not what I meant to do. Alright, let's get back up to probably the most cursed thing in this update, which is the surface zone rework. Just kidding. We added a door here, an elevator here. Alright, chat. I have an important decision for you, chat, to do. Do we take this one for type 1 for this one and type 2 for this this elevator? Which one do you want to choose? So, you know, that's going to be a tough choice because the consequences are pretty big. Left, right, left, 2. Alright, people are typing 2. Let's go for the 2.
They want new content. They want to see
They
the
want
new
to see
content.
the new
Alright, let's see the
content.
new
Yes,
content. Alright, come here. Alright. We're going in. And as we exit it, did we already break the glass? Normally there is a glass here.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
we
sorry. I got bored and shut the glass earlier.
Alright. Normally there's a breakable glass, just like the one up here. Except it doesn't have a grid because it's breakable. And there's a death pit down here, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, now we just need to add pushing mechanics, and like if you exit the elevator, you can just push all your teammates into the thing. That would be pretty peak.
If you ever board as a zombie in entrance, this is where you go.
Yeah, you can take a little high risk, high reward. Actually, low risk, but high reward jumps over here to just take a shortcut. I believe that during our testing, at least Yeah, that's right. At least
Yeah.
50% of the times, someone would accidentally slip and fall down here. So that's an interesting tension. And if you probably didn't, if you haven't noticed already, the second elevator just leads over here. So it doesn't really matter which elevator you choose. It's mostly about preventing a single choke point. It still meets at this gate over here, but yeah, it's a slightly different design, and we're seeing which one will prove more effective against camping, whether having two elevators or
If I can, like, the point of these, like, aren't to, like, we weren't trying to create, like, the most non-campable thing possible. The point is we're trying, like, different methods. Like, that's why we have stuff like the very experimental grate in Gate B. We're experimenting with different methods where we can, like, prevent gate camping, because it's all going to be very useful for surface zone rework, which we're actively working on. So it's good data to have for us.
Yep.
Yeah, and if the gate is closed and SCPs are camping in front of it, then you can also use this little room here to check if that's the case. You cannot go through it or anywhere. If you're 173 who is observed, then you can teleport in here, but that's pretty much it. Can SCPs open that door here?
Yeah,
because
this door can be open.
This door went out the gate, and I believe 173 can teleport onto the glass here. Yep.
That's pretty cool. Is that intended?
Yep.
Yeah,
Alright.
everything's intended. There are no such things as bugs.
No, is it actually?
Better
Do
hope-
we actually plan to have one sentry up here? That's I
Yes.
think it's hilarious to check for that in Halloween at least, to just see how it affects.
Yeah. The Batman 173.
That's perfect. If we look away, can you get down? Okay, that works.
Yeah.
That's true. Alright, and that seems that we went through all the list of 12 point... what am I talking about? 14.2 update. Oh, we actually have two gates close to each other. So yeah, it's a smaller update. It's not a large update. Like I said, it's mostly about addressing the community concerns while we're waiting for the highly requested features such as the new playable SCPs and Surface Zone. We're still working on those. This is just a smaller update that we wanted to give you in the meanwhile. Oh, I think 096 is also a room worth showcasing, giving a little context.
Okay, hold on. There's this guy who's asking if 1507 will come back. The flamingos. Yes, they will come back. They're gonna come back every anniversary.
Yeah, on the
them.
anniversary events during Christmas. And yeah, thanks for the super chat. Also thanks SPL. All right, what can you tell us about this room here?
So basically, like, because we're wanting to prevent SCP trapping, but it would be kind of ridiculous to have, like, the 096 containment chamber have an emergency escape button. For obvious reasons, you probably wouldn't want that in the containment chamber. So we decided to break the door instead.
And
so
you have
it can
those
be
items
open.
accessible in here.
Yeah, there should be a keycard there.
Yeah,
but
we
you
just
need
removed
to do
them.
the
Yeah, I
items.
did a cleanup. But yeah, normally you can't grab it. I mean, it's not in this position, it's somewhere closer here. But normally you can't grab it. Oh, actually, you can't grab it even like that. But if you open it, that's when it becomes obtainable. And we also have this little broken door situation. And also
the chair is back.
the most important feature, the chair. It has a little fewer polygons. I think it has a little less than 3 million at this time. But yeah, for those who don't know, there was a chair here and it had like 3 million polygons, and if you collided with it, your game would pretty much hold to a stop because the collision processing happens per triangle, per polygon. So yeah, that was a 10k poly char. I don't know how much it was, but yeah, the game would crash if in the worst case, and in the best case you would just lag a lot by trying to interact. But yeah, we've stripped a couple of polygons from that chair. But it's back. Alright. And there's blood for Halloween from Achromatic Abatement, that's also worth noting. So, the rest of it is mostly recycled content from last year's Halloween. We have the candies back, we have the return of the skeleton with certain rebalances and also back fixes. We have, like I said, the candies, the rainbow, yellow, purple, red, green, blue, pink, orange, white, gray, black, brown, and evil. I don't think there's any need to...
No, brown isn't in this one.
Brown isn't in this one? Brown candy is not here?
It.
Oh no, yeah. That is actually sad. Alright, seasonal skin changes, which we've already went over. we have the new skins for Jackie 018 and Jailbird Demon Core. There we go. Alright, and we also have the regular clutter, which you can see pumpkins everywhere. So these are the decorative changes. Decorative changes for the Halloween, and these will no longer be during November. I mean, we'll probably continue. The update itself will probably last between 2 or 3 weeks, so it will end somewhere in November, somewhere mid-November.
Yep.
But yeah, that's also new, 106, but I feel like we've been going for too long. We have a partner event in 10 minutes, so we need to wrap this stream up. Let's answer some questions from the chat while we're at it.
Alright, let's do.
The best part is that when I saw the list of changes, we kind of I have a little, confession to make now here, because this whole stream was me accelerating and slowing down on this whole stream, because at the beginning I noticed that I'm going a little too fast and I feel like this stream will end in 20 minutes, and then I feel like we've had certain features where we've been talking for way too long. But I hope you enjoyed it. We maintain a steady 1K viewers, which I'm happy to see. All right. Intercom filter. Oh, we can show the intercom filter. That's been changed. Alright, give us a little message, Onion Man, on the intercom.
Yeah, let me go on there.
There
myself on Discord.
There should be an option to disable the resurrection or having admin panel blade without the effect, like a standard melee. That is possible with plugins.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. Oh, that was a short announcement. They didn't even manage to boost the volume. Alright, but yeah, like we have an audible intercom now. You can actually hear things being said.
Somebody asked, will there be a new playable SCP?
A new playable SCP for Halloween? No. We are working on a new playable SCP for a major update, either 15.0 or 16.0, we'll see. One of the major updates. We are currently... we have chosen SCP and we are working on its implementation. We will provide more details and sneak peeks and other potential ways of people to figure out which SCP it is. Tell us, yeah. Thing if I told you, that would be... What's the fun in that? Do you plan on making SCP-3114 take SCP slot instead of human slot while deciding to spawn? That's actually already happened. If we scroll down here, there is an SCP-3114 spawn preference, and 3114 spawns as a regular SCP now. What happens if you kill a zombie with a new item? It respawns normally like a human. So there's no changes. If you kill an SCP, at least that's the intended behavior, right? I'm not sure.
If you kill 939 or 49-2, then it'll revive a human. But if you kill an SCP, it doesn't, because 1509 only revives off of the biological
of humans. Okay.
creatures. Yep.
Right. So yeah, that's the answer. And I believe it also deals extra damage to zombies. Normally it's like 2 shots for humans. Zombies have 400 health, so it deals 100 per shot in here. They reveal your okay, no, I thought I revealed your IP for a sec. But yeah, it's going pretty well. Where's the alarm going on? Were you... Is it supposed to?
Because you were chaos.
Oh, it was chaos. Okay. Yeah, that's the way. All right. What's the funniest moment of making the update? The funniest moment? I feel like the funniest moment was playtesting and realizing how much I can still get scared in the game. Again, I would love you to check out the videos that our partners have prepared. There is a lot of funny moments. So like I would say playtesting was always the most fun. When it comes to things that were fun to work with, I would say personally I really loved working on the chase themes, because I learned a lot about audio, rhythm, bars and tempo and stuff like that, because I developed those frameworks myself to just properly sync up all of those chase themes. So that was the most fun when it comes to development. What about you guys?
I think,
surprise question, right?
Yeah, surprise question. I wasn't expecting that. Funniest moment? Probably when I accidentally made 096 jump really high up into the moon. Yeah, when we were buffing his jump height. What about Soup?
Probably just when I broke the game, like multiple times with the amount of errors I was giving.
For
That was a
context-
classic. That was
For
a
context,
classic.
that is the first update that we're releasing where pretty much all of our development team has access to the source code, so the level designers and artists can and game designers can make adjustments directly in engine, which is a pretty big improvement to our efficiency as a whole. So that also means that a lot of times people will be figuring things up for the first time, and that's gonna happen like that. All right, let's do like last one more question, and we're gonna wrap it up because we have a partner event coming in a sec. Why am I flipped? I believe it's flipped because I was flip horizontal. Why can't I flip? That is interesting. Okay. Let me just, you know what? I'm gonna move the chat over here so I can stand on a different at a different angle. Give us the SCP-3114 chase team. All right, we can do that. You know what? That is actually, whoops, wrong scene. 3114 has a chase team. Actually, no, I'm not gonna show it. I want you to find it out by yourself. We added something humorous. So you guys figure it out. Figure it out yourself. Will the candies be kept all year through RA? I don't think so. I believe they're Halloween exclusive.
Yeah, they are Halloween exclusive. The Halloween exclusive candies aren't being kept year round, although we do want to add one of them permanently. I'm not going to reveal which one yet, but we'll see how that goes.
Alright. Okay, with about a minute, we need to switch. Actually, though, it's the same branch, but we're gonna jump on the Halloween testing now. So go check out our official content creators. Some of them will probably be streaming our play session. So yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here. Unless you guys have anything else to add?
Nope. Hope you guys enjoy the update.
Yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed the update. We spent quite a lot of how do I even say that? I'm just gonna stop it here. We just we're looking really forward to seeing you in game regarding the Halloween event, because there is a couple of features that we would love to see you give us. Oh my god, I don't know. I completely lost the train of thought of what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I'm gonna stop it here. Thank you all for coming to the stream, and see you in the dark.
Alright.
I don't have an ending screen. I just realized I'm gonna put the be right back before I end the stream. All right, bye bye.